one. Welcome to sunny Winter Haven, Florida. I'm Lane Dawg Bowers, and I want you to realize that you are greatly blessed, highly favored, and deeply loved. And today I want to talk to you about something near and dear to my heart, and that is good success. You know, it's amazing that a lot of people in the world, and especially in the market of making money at home and home-based businesses, you know, that success is thought of as having X amount of dollars, but that is not good success. Even the best people in our industry talk about how you need to get the foundation set for your business, which is yourself. And they talk about improving yourself, getting self-help. Well, I want you to know that there's great news, that there's a better foundation. Self-help, anything that you can do to improve, you know, your own self-worth, that's good. But a self-worth that's based in knowing that you're greatly blessed, highly favored, and deeply loved, and it's not by anything you did yourself, that's good success. That allows God's blessings to flow into you, to bless your marriage, to bless your family, to bless your business. And that's what I want to talk to you about today. That's good success. And anything else is a broken success. I've been all over the world and hung with billionaires and millionaires, and I can honestly tell you, there's some people where money will never, ever, ever be an issue, and it's sad. My heart feels kind of broken for them because it's not really the success that I think God wants for them. But today I want to share you something because, as you know, for me as a Christian, Sunday is our day of rest, and we like to concentrate on a relationship with the Lord. And how does that deal with business? Well, you know, business, family, good success, we believe all comes from God. I believe every good blessing in my life, no matter what it is, comes from God. And there was a time where I believed that as I learned Google advertising, and as I learned SEO and video optimization and YouTube tricks and internet marketing and all this other stuff, those are all techniques and strategies, and the world definitely has some, you know, its own wisdom. But I want to form a group of people that were mentored not by a guru, you know, paradigm where we say, so, you know, if I said to you, hey, this is how much money, you know, I made today, I made last night, I made while I was asleep, I made this month or whatever, that's kind of looking at me and then listening to me because of a certain amount of money. I don't believe that's a good model for us as Christians. I think the model that we want to set up is Christ's center place in our business and everything we do. So I want to talk to you about good success. And you might be thinking, well, that's kind of mansy-pansy. That's not for me. If I can make money, all my situation would get better. It won't. It won't. Since the beginning of time, that's just been the case. And the deeper you get into true wisdom, you'll find out that's the case. And I want to share with you something real exciting about, I want to read you actually a verse today that I'm real excited about, and it's about Joseph. Joseph was sold, in the Bible, he was sold into slavery. His brothers betrayed him, then they sold him into slavery, then he was auctioned off as a slave, stripped naked and sold to the Egyptians. Now I want to read you this verse because this blew my mind today. I was so pumped, and this does talk, I'm going to talk to you about God's blessings in your life and good success. But the Lord was with Joseph, and he, though a slave, was a successful and prosperous man. And he was in the house of his master, the Egyptian, and his master saw that the Lord was with him, and that the Lord made all that he did to flourish and to succeed in his hand. Now that to me is amazing. Here's a guy, we're talking about an Egyptian, and think about it. You're stripped naked, checked for scurvy and diseases, treated like cattle, and it's at that point that the Bible tells us that Joseph was a successful man and the Lord was with him. That, I think, is the key to unbelievable success. Because you say, well, that's great, so that's just a feeling, a warm fuzzy. No, I'm talking like a material difference in your life, because you're not seeking after the money, you're seeking after the one who provides every good blessing in your life. And so the amazing part, if you read in that verse, is Joseph's master was not a God-fearing man. He did not believe in the Lord. But it says that he saw that the Lord was with Joseph, and caused everything in his hand to prosper. That to me is amazing. That to me means that if he was told to dig wells, and there was other people digging wells, that as he dug the wells, maybe Joseph, every time he dug, no matter where he dug in the middle of a famine, bam, he gets water. Whatever it was something that a non-believer saw and said, wow, the Lord. They didn't say saw that Joseph was successful at everything he did. He said that the Lord was with, the master saw that the Lord was with Joseph and caused everything he did to prosper and succeed. Or maybe that he was in charge of crops and that his crops were amazingly better yield or more fruitful or whatever. Whatever it was a tangible success that the world can see. That, I think, is the success that'll make. That is the success that God wants for you. That's a holistic success. That's a lifestyle. I mean, God bless America and every country in the world where you can make videos, blog, and make money round the clock. I think that's awesome. But I still think, regardless of techniques, regardless of the knowledge that we can teach you, I want to bring it back to foundational wisdom that cannot be changed no matter what's happening around your life. So when things get shaky, you got a firm foundation. Real quickly, Vic Streishaus was talking about his six-figure blueprint, and in that he talks about how it is absolutely critical that your foundation be secure, and that basically like 70% of your business, maybe it was 60 to 70 in his model, is about you. It's about, reading and hearing good materials, getting inspired, realizing there's a lot more that you can do. I think that's awesome. I think that's absolutely true, but we can improve that by about 10,000%. If your foundation, and I want you to listen to the good success, I want you to listen and learn from other people, I want you to get inspired and get that energy, but I want your foundation to be way, way, way better than self-help. I want your foundation to be in the one who loves you, who calls you greatly blessed, highly favored, and deeply loved. That's a success that will dramatically improve the results. That's what I'm hoping and believing for you. And a quick story, and then I'm wrapping this thing up, because there's thunderstorms all over, there's some boats flying around me. But here's the thing. I was traveling 6 years ago all over the world, and I did all the way till this year, but all over the world, and I was in the middle of travels when I got a stomach ache. Turns out, because of my high pain threshold, I shouldn't have sucked it up for another 24 hours, because then I spent 18 days in the hospital, lost tons of blood, was fighting for my life, and that was right in the middle of my pay-making season, let's call it, for my business, where I traveled all over. So there's no amount, I was fighting for my life. It wasn't a matter of sucking it up, getting out and going on a plane and flying and helping customers who are waiting to hand me money and pay me to teach them to barefoot water ski. I was out. Business was out of my mind. But it was at this very moment that something amazing started to happen in my business, and money was coming in even though I was completely out of the picture, fighting for my life, and money was coming in and it was increasing, and I wasn't part of it. Now, there was a time where I would have had a lot of pride and said, hey, that's because of some SEO, that's because of my, a great marketing plan, that's because of my videos that played 24/7. But the thing that I want to tell you is I realized there's so much information out there that you could get. But it's God, when you put your trust in Him and your relationship with the Lord, it's He who will guide your steps. And all those good things, when money started happening 24/7 for me, that's when I realized I wasn't having pride in what I was doing as much as I was realizing that every good thing in my life comes from the Lord. So that's what I want to encourage you about. I want good success for you. I want to help, and it's amazing to me. This is the most, and after the meeting in Denver, where it was last night, I'm watching it by stream, okay? It was amazing. The stuff that's coming, guys, is amazing. At the very minimum, get in at the $25 level, start blogging. You can make money. You can have good success if your foundation is set. So I gotta go, I gotta sign off. It's looking kind of rough around here, but I want you to realize you're greatly blessed, highly favored, deeply loved, and I'm expecting a miracle for you. Have a great day.